said yesterday that this game was personal for you. How does it feel to walk away with the win in this format and OT and stuff?
It feels great, especially with the energy of the game and just how I think we came out. We came out aggressive. We came out the way we were supposed to, and I think that just carried on all throughout overtime, and it showed. It definitely showed if you're watching tonight.
Alexa.
Hey Liv, for such a big matchup it felt really tense in Gamble, but how did it feel to actually be on the court? You guys had a little bit of a fan section, but obviously not the experience you would have hoped for such a big game.
I think we were all locked in, and I think we were all on the same page, and that's what it felt like throughout the entire game. I think people could see that, and we definitely felt that. Even when times, we had our little dips here and there, but I think we really maintained composure tonight. And that was the main thing that really carried us to a win.
Mike Anthony.
Thanks. Olivia, Paige obviously added a lot of flair to that game and took over the game in long stretches of it. But in those in-between moments, do you feel like you guys just really showed like a grit and a toughness to hold things together? It seemed like toughness alone might win out tonight. Paige took over, but it seemed like the toughness was there regardless.
Definitely. I mean, guards and posts, they were big matchups tonight. So I think, people were able to handle their jobs well and do the best they could, especially just bringing out that extra layer of toughness that we know South Carolina usually plays with. And so, and that we know we're capable of. And so, that's something we've been getting better at each game, and especially our defensive effort. So you could definitely see that tonight.
Ian Robb.
Liv, can you talk about what the difference is between the defensive effort you guys gave at Arkansas to here? What has changed? And can you just talk about the defensive effort overall tonight? It was such a slugfest.
Yeah, I think it's just our mentality. We came out different tonight. And I keep going back to saying, like, you could see it. There's an actual difference. So Arkansas, it was sluggish, it was slow, but tonight definitely a different mentality. Definitely different aggressiveness and kind of pace to our game.
And what do you guys do when you're missing? The first quarter, I think you guys were like 3 of 13, your first 13. What goes through your mind at that point, and is it a reliance on your defense?
I think there's definitely a reliance on the defense too, just to kind of keep us going in the game. But just keep shooting and finding other options too. We all know we're capable of making those shots, the ones that we take every single day in practice and that we work on. So sometimes they fall, and in cases like tonight, they weren't a lot. So just finding those different options, and then always keeping that defensive pressure and composure. I think you're able to see that.
Hey, Liv. Gino says he's surprised whenever Paige when she puts up a shot that doesn't go in. I just wanted to think from your perspective, how can you put in perspective just, what she's doing now and kind of how she's carried the team, and, just if she's doing it obviously, in big moments of these games too. Can you just kind of put in perspective for performance?
Yeah, she's doing it in pressure situations, which is incredible too, especially at her age. And she's just able to really take over a game. And she just has this constant composure about herself. There's not really too many dips or anything with her, especially in games like this. And that's something that we need a lot, especially going into March too. So it's just incredible watching her play and just seeing her grow each game.
Liv, just to follow up on Paige, that ball went in and out of her hands on that big play, I think 3 times, and you were the last one to give it to her like a couple seconds ago before she shot it. What did you see at that time, and then what was going through your mind as the thing hit the back of the rim and almost hit the rafters and went in?
Oh, I knew it was going in. I swear, I knew it was going in. As soon as it went up like that, had no doubt. So definitely just want to get her the ball though. Especially, I mean, she was carrying us tonight like that. So, you know, the main priority was just to get her open, set screens for her, and get her the ball.
Alan Bestwick.
Hey, Olivia. Playing in a game like this that's so physical with 3 and then 4 fouls, what goes through your mind? What changes in your game on the court when you're still trying to accomplish the same thing?
At times it can be difficult, but just trying to be careful, but also maintain that same aggressiveness, just while trying to be smart about it. That's the main thing that was going through my head, and just, you know, certain plays that I would usually try and go for, block shots like that, you just have to be smarter about.
Thanks.
Any other questions for Liv? All right, thanks, Liv. We'll have Nika in a second.
Nika, we know how close you are with Paige and that she's your twin. I guess, what was your thought process when she was going up for that last shot, the one that won the game? And then also, how just amazing is it to watch her do what she's done and kind of put the team on her back today to score 31 points?
Yeah, I mean, about the last shot, we just knew it was going in. It was not a surprise. That's Paige. That's what she does. She does it every day in practice, so it was no surprise. But yeah, I think this game we struggled a lot offensively. We had a lot of mistakes that we have to fix, and she really stood up and helped us a lot, and she was incredible, yeah.
Any other questions for Nika? Charlotte, go ahead.
Nika, how was it for you to get in a game like this, a number 1, number 2 matchup, and you played so aggressively as well?
Yeah, I mean, I knew what I was getting into. I knew they were good, and the game's going to be very physical from both sides. So I kind of prepared myself mentally for that. I just went in tough. I wanted to bring energy like I bring it every game. And I feel like defensively we did a great job today, but we have a lot to fix, and I feel like this was a great lesson as much as a win for us.
You mentioned just like you knew what you're getting into toughness wise. Was this almost a game for you? You talk about your aggression and bringing that out on the court and just maintaining that and learning how to use it.
Yes, this was definitely a challenge for me. To see how tough I can be, and I think I was tough at moments, and especially in defense, I really gave my heart out to defense today, and but there's still a lot to work on. So, yeah.
We'll go to Maria and then Mike Anthony.
Hey, Nika. You mentioned that there were a lot of mistakes offensively. Obviously, Paige, even though it was tough, she was able to find shots. But what do you want to clean up offensively to get the rhythm going a little better?
I think just overall, our shots weren't really falling in. We were 10-0 from the three-point line today, which was not good. And just reading the screens, the cuts, cutting harder, those details, I feel like if we fix them, we're going to look much better in offense.
And if I could just follow up really quickly about the defensive effort, there were a lot of fouls called on your team tonight. I know that can be frustrating. What did you think about it, and how did you work through, or how do you have to work through moving forward?
Well, honestly, I wouldn't agree with half of the calls that were called today, but nobody asked me, so I don't know. We were expecting the game to be physical, and as much as they were calling on our side, they were calling on their side too, so I wouldn't say it was one-sided, but we definitely have to work on keeping our hands off the man when we're guarding them, and work on the moving ball screens and just the details. But overall, I feel like our defense won the game today, and Paige.
Thank you.
Mike Anthony.
Thanks. Nika, there was a stretch there where you hit a 3 and Aubrey scored, and I think you guys were up 7. It's almost like you had found yourselves, and obviously later Paige would take over. But how important was it just to find little ways to bridge the gap and kind of like even things out and create that platform that Paige obviously then took advantage of.
Yeah, I feel like every opportunity that's given to us, we just have to take it. We gotta take some like stuff off Paige's back, of course. There were some great plays. Aubrey was great today when she came in. She gave us that energy that we needed in that moment. So I feel like, yeah, those were some good important plays for us too.
Thanks.
Anything else for Nika? All right, thank you. I'll page in a sec.